Is this what a divided government looks like? At Wednesday's cabinet meeting in Berlin, a relaxed Chancellor Angela Merkel moved easily among her ministers, making small talk and jokes. So where are the problems that have been dominating the German headlines? Perhaps they're away on an official trip. Foreign Minister and Vice-Chancellor Guido Westerwelle set off to visit South America, which might be a welcome respite for some of his colleagues in the German government who finally have an opportunity to get some work done. What is it about Guido Westerwelle that so polarizes the government?
Westerwelle sees himself as someone who can't allow himself to deal with Ms. Merkel as anything but an equal. He sees himself as an equal partner and wants to be treated that way.
It's a position Westerwelle insisted on from the beginning. The leader of the Free Democrats was determined to set the government's tempo and push for reforms. And he expected Chancellor Merkel and Horst Seehofer of the Conservatives' Bavarian sister party to follow. But even back then, in October 2009, the tension in the coalition was easy to see, especially when it came to setting an agenda for reforms.
We will reform the social welfare system to make it fit for the future, and that's why it's also correct that we've agreed to carry out structural reforms of the healthcare system.
For the time being, we're not going to change health policy in any way.
This is the beginning of a great friendship.
Grand statements about great friendships are not Angela Merkel's style. She sees every political partnership as a marriage of necessity, even with her old friend Guido Westerwelle. She can be cool-headed and calculating. During the election campaign, for example, she also promised extensive reforms. But now she's holding Westerwelle back, while at the same time using her reassuring low-key manner to stay popular with voters.
In any case, I'm confident we'll make a good governing team.
Compared to Merkel, Westerwelle comes across as loud and shrill. She doesn't like that, but he probably won't change his way significantly.
One shouldn't expect him to reduce his role in this coalition. He might change his manner slightly, moderate his tone a little, but he will continue to make waves in unexpected and unconventional ways.
Westerwelle's tone was anything but moderate in recent weeks, and that's damaged his reputation as foreign minister and Germany's top diplomat. It's been a long time since a German foreign minister was so unpopular at home, and members of the government are also distancing themselves from his constant provocations.
All politicians know the truth, but they don't dare say it because they're afraid that people don't want to know the truth. I see that differently. I believe the people want to be told the truth.
The Alps tremble, the Franconian forest shudders, and the Chiemsee froths, my friends. Don't you feel it in your knees? But don't worry. It's not a tsunami. It's just a Westerwelle.
I have made it clear that Guido Westerwelle's words are not mine. Those are not my words, and that's not my style.
The friction between Angela Merkel and Guido Westerwelle has consequences for German politics. It hampers the government's ability to work efficiently, makes it more difficult to implement major projects such as healthcare reform and tax simplification. That's especially damaging because even under the best of circumstances, politicians must tread carefully when making policy changes that affect an increasingly diverse society.
The time that's needed for the processes that lead to compromises keeps getting longer. And the longer that takes, the less confidence voters have that the process is working. Voters see what's happening now as contrary to what they want, as unfamiliar. And that leads them to conclude that politicians are incapable of governing.
So, will Guido Westerwelle try to tread more softly in the future? The chances look slim. Critics say Westerwelle is determined to put his stamp on as many issues as possible.